overtime. You guys held them just to that one point that Paul George got on the technical foul by KP. Just talk about your defense.
Yeah, the defense was I thought great for the whole game. You know, in that first half, we had them right where we wanted them because we couldn't make a shot. So we believed that in that second half we could make shots. They were going to fall at some point. We've seen that this season where we just get open looks and they rattle in. Tim has one that goes halfway down and then comes back out. But I thought the guys did a great job being able to change coverages on the fly, being able to stay together mentally and physically because this is the last game of the trip. A lot of times you can just let go of the rope and head home and get ready for Thanksgiving and then start thinking about Saturday's game. So a lot of character. Those guys fought. It was a good game. That last play, George, is one of the best players in the league. Makes a tough shot.
How is Luka able to do this? Hadn't played in over a week and played 41 minutes tonight. 26.
He only played 41. He's 22. Uh, no, I think when you look at what Luka, the last 2 days before this, his prep work, was at a high level. He practiced. I'm just happy that he was able to go today. He helped us, with this big win on this road trip against a very good team.
What went into the starting lineup change and what do you think of it?
Yeah, we talked about it. We looked at it yesterday at practice. We thought this would be a good time to make a change. DP hasn't done anything wrong. We just wanted to look at Willie starting. I thought Willie did a really good job for us tonight, and not just in the first half on the defensive end, but then being a playmaker there in the second half. He made the right reads, and then also when he was available to take it to the rim, he did. But I thought he was great. I thought he did a really good job starting for us. I thought DP did a good job coming off the bench for us.
So with Lucas, how did you see him determine when to create for himself and get a shot versus get others involved?
Yeah, I think he's only 22 and he understands, has a great feel. When he knows he has two on him, he trusts. There's a big trust tonight that the other guys were going to make plays, and we were playing 4-on-3 at times, and that just shows how confident and how much he trusts his teammates, being able to have two on the ball, and then there's going to be times in the game where he knows where he's going to try to beat that double team. And I thought he did a great job in the balance tonight of attacking and then also just accepting the double team. Well, I think I've said it all season. I think he's playing at a very high level. He's having fun. Um, he's doing it on both ends, defensively and offensively. He was 10 for 10 from the line. Came up with some big offensive rebounds for us to give us another opportunity. I don't think he didn't force anything tonight. Sometimes when a star player comes back, there's a tendency that things to change. But I thought KP played his game that he's always played.
Hey Jason, how do you keep a team composed at a moment where you give up 11-1 run to end the fourth quarter and a big shot is hit, and the message that you keep the guys composed without them come out in the overtime period?
Yeah, I think we didn't finish the game. It comes down to the little things. We had a free throw to win the game, basically. But again, Paul George made a tough shot. We thought there wasn't enough time with the deflection, but he made it. But the next thing is that everybody stay focused on the next play. Winning the jump ball and then being able to find a way to score and then get a stop is what we talked about. And those guys did it. It was, we scored 9 points. They only scored one, and that was off the tee.
All right. Callie, how did you feel out there physically tonight and just mentally to be able to be back in the swing of things with your guys?
I mean, mentally, I was really happy to be back. I miss basketball. I know it's only been 3 days, but like I said in the morning, we'll do everything possible to play the game. And I felt great after I woke up from my nap, and I was just ready to go.
41 minutes, so look good. You expected that your first game back after not playing in over a week.
I was tired. And overtime in the first game back, it was tough. But we got to win, and that's all that matters. I was happy.
I think the broadcast said your dad was at this game. Is there something special about playing like this in front of him?
I mean, yeah, it's always special, and I wanted to play this game really bad, and that's why I gotta say the medical staff did a great job. Everybody helped me every day, and we made it happen.
Thank you. Luca, ¿cómo describes la rivalidad que se vive ante los Clippers y lo importante que es esta victoria considerando que el equipo no había ganado en los últimos 3 partidos?
Bueno, es muy importante, ¿no? Al final, en esta liga es difícil de ganar y creo que hoy hicimos muy buen trabajo y nos merecimos la victoria. Thank you.
Sure. We'll start with questions in the room.
KP, how did you guys regroup after Paul George hit that shot to finish in overtime? How did you mentally get yourself back?
Yeah, it was just for a second, you know, they were like, damn, like we should have finished it right here. But I think we're growing. Like we're growing as a team mentally, and kind of knew that okay, if it's 5 more minutes, and we'll go out there and prove that we're the superior team.
You kind of took over there in the overtime period too. Just talk about your play there.
Yeah, but honestly it's just easy opportunities because of Luka. Luka's out there. He just makes the game so much easier for everybody else. They have to double team him, and we just make the next play, and that's it. Yeah, I got a couple offensive boards towards the end, but yeah, it was a great team effort and a great W for us.
Coach described you playing tonight's game as you playing any other game at a high level and not forcing anything. Are you comfortable with that description? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think just playing my game. I'm not really doing anything that I'm not used to. Some post ups, some attacks from outside, offensive rebounds, energy, blocking shots. So just a complete game, I would say. Got to the free throw line more today, so that's positive. And yeah, we're not shooting the ball well as a team yet, but I think once we get there, then because our defense has taken the next level, I feel like.
To build on what you said about Luka, how did you see him kind of determine when to look for his and get others involved?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Fair enough. How did you see from your vantage point Luka determine when to look for his versus getting others involved?
Yeah, I think he's always willing to make the right play. If they're double teaming him and he doesn't like the shot or he doesn't like to attack against 2 guys, then he will hit the next guy, and we just have to make sure that we make the next play after that. He can't do everything by himself. So yeah, but it's fun to have him out there for sure.
Okay, we'll move to Zoom. We'll do 2 on Zoom. Kevin, Gray, go ahead, bud.
Hey KP, I know you're a big UFC guy, and you certainly got the cuts to prove it tonight. But going into the fourth quarter and the overtime, talk about the comfortability that you're having playing in these big moments. You did it in the first game against the Clippers, although you didn't get the win, but tonight was able to finish it off. Talk about how good you're feeling in those moments and being able to play big when your team needs you in those moments.
Yeah, I'm just feeling free. I would say that's the main thing, just feeling free to play my game, and yeah, my teammates are trusting me, my coach are trusting me, and I'm out there just having fun. That's the main thing. If you're not having fun, it's tough to play and give your all. I feel like this year we have that kind of environment, and we're just playing hard for each other and having fun out there.
All right, we'll do 1 in Spanish before we head to the plane. Pedro, go ahead.
Cristian, buenas noches. ¿Qué tan gratificante fue esta victoria, considerando que tienen de nuevo a Luka en el equipo? Se combina para 56 puntos y ante un rival como son los Clippers.
Sí, estamos contentos de tenerlo de vuelta. Como he dicho, él pues quita muchísima presión de todo el mundo. Yo disfruto muchísimo jugar con él porque para mi trabajo es mucho más fácil. Y claro, claramente es una gran diferencia tenerlo ahí con nosotros. Y bueno, ahora vamos a ver si vamos a tener más suerte y estar todos con salud y seguir en esta trayectoria.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
We'll be off Wednesday and Thursday. We will get in touch.